Don't use dating apps. They suck. Where else am I supposed to meet people? So I have this Reddit post from Thunderstroke90 where he goes on a little bit of a rant here regarding dating apps and meeting women. So I'm going to read the rest of his comments here since he has been so kind to put almost all of them in caps. It's pretty clear he has a little bit of issue with this situation. Dating apps suck, man. You gotta meet people in real life. Okay, where? Bars? Clubs? So my only option for finding love and not dying alone is to try and meet someone in a crowded bar where everyone is drunk or high? What if I don't like drinking? Just get a social hobby. So I can be known as the weirdo who joins knitting classes just to hit on women who just want to practice their hobby in peace. WTF, other options are there? And he also adds a comment here after his original post. So here's what I gather from this thread: you have to do social hobbies to meet women, but also joining a hobby for the sake of meeting women is weird. FML. Well, Thunderstroke, sounds to me like you are definitely having some issues here. So let me provide my thoughts and opinions on your statement. So, first, I'm not sure if you've come to determine it or this is the opinion of others, but I would concur 100% that dating apps suck. I have my own experiences with them, and I've gone on a few dates. I've certainly met a couple of ladies, and some of them I've even gone on multiple dates. Nothing really ever panned out from it, but I wouldn't say that it was necessarily terrible. That being said, most men are going to find little to no success on a dating app. And the reason for that is quite simply that the dating apps are designed very much in favor of women. You're typically going to have significantly more men than women, so women are going to have their pick of pretty much whatever man that they want. And quite honestly, if you're not the top tier man with great genetics, you can flash money in your profile, you're probably not going to get much action. In fact, you're likely to probably get nothing. There were stretches where I would go for several weeks without getting a match. So I can think of 1 month where I was active probably for about a month and got one like the whole time. Didn't even end up matching whoever that person was. So I would very much say don't waste your time with the dating apps. Now, he, though, very much is like, how do I meet people if I don't use dating apps? I'm going to judge by the post. This is probably a younger person, maybe mid 20s, early 30s, something along those lines. So he talks about the fact that bars and clubs aren't really good options. And again, I don't know whether he is in a rural area or he is more in an urban area, big city, something like that. Doesn't really matter when it comes to bars and clubs. Most of those, as you said, rightfully so, are going to be typically women in there that, whether they're drunk or not, they're probably not going to be the types that you're going to want to build any sort of serious relationship with. Now, if you're just looking to dip your wick somewhere moist to take care of a need, if you get my drift, yeah, I'm sure you can probably find some options there. Very much so. As long as you got a little game, you'll probably be okay. But I certainly wouldn't trust it for my own health or for anything where you're going to find a wife or a long term girlfriend. So the question really comes down to then, how do you find women? Now he also goes on here to mention about the fact that he's going to join a knitting class in order to meet women. Well, I'm not going to think that joining the knitting class is probably a good thing to do so. And his comment that he adds after the fact, where he pretty much says, I'm not supposed to join social clubs to meet women, but that joining social clubs to meet women is bad. Where I got that mixed up. That I'm supposed to join social clubs to meet women, but that joining the social clubs to meet women is weird. I think the problem here, Thunder, is that you're really focused on trying to find a woman as opposed to trying to live your life. Here's the thing, you're not going to find a woman, or even, well, you maybe find a woman, but you're not going to find a quality woman if you are bending over backwards, chasing and doing everything with the absolute 100% focus of finding one. Again, I'm going to assume you're younger here, but my own experience was that whenever I was trying to use social media to find women, or when I was trying to go out and, find an opportunity to meet women, I couldn't do it simply because, again, there wasn't really a lot of those opportunities for me. You, these days, you don't want to really deal with work. And I can tell you is you don't want to poop where you eat. And it's a safe bet that if you make a mistake and do something, or even if you don't do something, if things don't work out with someone you're dating at work, doesn't take much but a conversation with HR, and now you don't have a job in addition to not having a girl. But I also think that you are putting too much focus on joining hobbies just to find women. That isn't going to work. You should have hobbies for the sake of having hobbies. Whether that's running, whether that's kayaking, whether that's building model trains, whatever it is that you should do it because you actually enjoy it. And who the hell cares if it's men there or it's women? That doesn't matter. And what I would probably add here as well is that you make this comment about being worried about being alone. I'm 47. For many years, that fear went through my mind. Well, what happens if I don't find anybody? What if I'm alone for the rest of my life? What if I die, and there's nobody there? But I would also spin that the other way and say, what happens if you get into a toxic relationship with a woman? What if you end up with kids that, because of whatever happens, those kids hate you, your wife hates you, your wife divorces you, your wife takes half your money, you're now even in a worse situation than where you are. The key needs to be that you stop focusing on women altogether. Doesn't mean if an opportunity comes along, you don't take advantage of it. Sure, you meet a woman, you guys have a conversation and you hit it off. Great. That's my situation as well. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm also not actively running around chasing it. And women can sense desperation in a man a mile away. Whatever skill it happens to be, they can do it. And when I would talk to any woman and I felt desperate, they could tell. And from your post, it also sounds like you're desperate, which means you're not going to find anybody. You know what you really need to do? Go out there, do your life, live your life, do the hobbies that you want to do, enjoy yourself, build a business, make money, do the things that are going to make your life successful. If you do that, you will find the women. They will show up. And guess what? If they don't, then they don't. Your life cannot be defined based upon somebody else entirely. A woman is not going to fulfill or fill that hole in your life if you're already not happy. And if all you do in your life is chase women and do exactly what those women want in order to have them in your life, you've got no life. Your life is basically your woman's life, assuming you even get one. So you just need to back it down and stop being so focused. Live your life, be happy, and let, whether a relationship happens or not, don't let it be the thing that controls your entire life. Because if you do, 100% guarantee you, you're going to have a far more miserable life than if you're single and you're doing the things that you want to do outside of a relationship. That's my advice for you. If you enjoy this is the first episode of my Reddit response series where I will take a post and give my thoughts and opinions on it, something from my own perspective. If this is something you want to see more of, I will be doing these on a Tuesday basis every week. You can go ahead, like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.